What's up YouTube, Seth here from How To Knots, back with another knot tutorial, and today we're doing something different. We're doing a fishing knot, and this is how to tie the double uni knot. This is actually my favorite fishing knot, I think. So the double uni knot is used if you break your line, but say you still have your hook at the other end and it's on a leader or something and you need to tie it back to your main line. This is how to tie two lines together to form one when you're fishing, and it goes through the spool and everything. You can cast it. It's great. So you just tie your line back together. So say for example, I'm using a mono leader here because this side will be mono, and then this side is my line, it's braid. Even if it's braid to braid, mono to mono, everything works. But for the main example, what I wanted to do is, this is what I use the most, is when I have braided line, because I'm fishing stronger fish, but I want a mono leader. Maybe I'm fishing big walleye, maybe I need a mono leader, just because I prefer it. So I'm going to show you what to do. To start, you're just going to cross the lines over, and you're just going to, because we're going to work off like a center point, so we're going to tie a uni knot on each side of the center point. So what I'm going to do is make like an X kind of just to figure out my center point, and what I'm going to do is take about a foot of each of the lines on either side of the center point here. So I got a foot of mono going this way, foot of braid going this way. I'll take my fingers in the middle here, and this will be my starting point. I like to start with braid, especially for an example here, just because you can see it better. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna work down this line here, and I'm just gonna make a loop, okay? And I'm gonna hold that loop with the mono, so I can let go of the rest of it. So I got that loop here, and I'm gonna hold the monofilament and the loop together, okay? And then on the other side here, I have my leftover braid. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to start wrapping this braid around this loop with the pinched mono there. So I'm going to go, just going to go around it, okay? One, go. So it doesn't matter how many times you go for the double uni. Obviously the more times you go, the stronger it is. But I don't know, I like to do maybe 4 real full wraps, maybe 5 for the tutorial. So I think we're got one more coming. Okay, so there we go. I could do one more. Let's do 6. So I got about 6 wraps there, I think. So now I wrapped it around the mono here with that braided loop, and then what I'm going to do is just take that tag end and just put it through that braided loop. Okay. And now it's simple. I'm going to hold the braid on the left side and the braid through the loop and just pull, okay? And I want to see, you can see that start to tighten up around the mono there, okay? Perfect. So that is step 1, okay? We have that braided uni knot around the monofilament, okay? And then I'm going to pull that, I'm just going to make it really tight, okay, perfect. And the key thing with the double uni is that it will tighten the strongest at the end once you've made both unis. So I think you can probably gather what's about to happen now. We made the first uni with the mono, and now what we're going to do is we're going to make a uni with the we made a uni with the braid, and now we're going to make a uni on the other side with the mono. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to work down the line here, okay? Get the camera in focus there. I'm going to make my loop, okay? So I have my mono loop, and I'm pinching with the braid, okay? And then I'm just going to start wrapping that mono around that loop and that braid there. So let's take that mono, just start looping it around. So there's one loop. This mono is not the greatest, so it's kind of tricky to work with, so bear with me. But you get the idea. We're gonna make, there we go, make our loop, and then just start looping the mono around it. Okay. Another one. Another one. There's about 4. About 5. Alright, there's about 5 loops around it. And then I'm just gonna feed through that hole. So it's the same thing, just on the other side. And now I'm gonna start to pull that mono, okay? I'm going to pull what I put through that tag end there against, and I'm going to pull on the other side of the mono there, okay? And then it starts to make that uni knot around the braid. And now's the fun part. What I'm going to do is I have, let me get these in focus here, I have both unis, the mono there and the braid there. I'm going to take the mono from this side and the braid from this side, the standing ends, and I'm going to pull them together, okay? And then as you can see, those knots start to cinch up together. If that can get into focus, please. It's kind of hard to see there, but what they do is they collide in the middle to make a double uni knot. So, there you go. So they cinch together to make a double uni. And then what you can do is you can take your rusty old knife and you can cut away the tag ends because you don't need them anymore. So, cut away that, some of that mono, and then I'll cut away some of that excess braid. Okay. So now what we're left with, I kept my tag ends there a little long. You can cut them super short because this knot's not going to go anywhere. But essentially, that is the double uni, if it'll focus. It's got two uni knots, they collide in the middle, and then, there, I cinched it up a little bit better. Now, it is not going to go anywhere. Okay, so now basically you have one line. They are connected, and they're not going to come apart. So you can cinch those tag ends down. Yeah, that's a double uni. It's great. Like I said, leaders, whatever you need to use. I've had times where I snap my line in the middle because I get a bird's nest. I cut one end, and then I still have the other end, and then I just reel in my hook with the one end that's super long in the water, and I just tie my line back together with a double uni. It's like your line break never happened. Same with a snag. You have a snag, you got to cut your line, but then you eventually get it out. There you go, double uni. If you like this fishing tutorial, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe about the double uni if you use it, if you like it, if you've tried it out. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Like, subscribe, comment. Comment what other fishing tutorials you want to see from us. Thanks, and have a blessed day.